Welcome to Global City Unity. I'm your host, Aisha Walker. Today I am sitting here with none other than a good friend of mine, Mr. Jason Adams. Jason, how are you?
I'm doing real good. I'm happy to be back again with Global City Unity. Happy to see my friend again. So it's always a pleasure to see you and
Always
everything.
a pleasure to see you too.
I thank you.
So, Jason, tell us what's been going on since the last time you have been on the show.
Well, since the last time I've been on here, like I've been doing more shows, like going to different open mic events, writing a lot more, and just pretty much just trying to get my face out here in the scene in Chicago.
Okay,
Yeah,
that's what's up.
I-
So, how's everything in the community going so far?
it's going pretty good. I mean, like when we go, when I go and do like shows, we have like a lot of youth that be in the building. So I just try to make sure, when I do perform and do pieces that I touch the youth, try to, put a thought on their mind, like whenever I go and to places in the community and everything.
Okay, so how are they adapting to you?
Oh, they adapted pretty good, I think, because like after I do my pieces, like I have some come up to me and they say, I did like a good job. And, anytime you got like young, youth kids tell you you did a good job, that's an awesome feeling to me.
Yeah, it
Yeah.
is. So, I know, have you been watching the news lately
Oh yeah, I have been watching the news.
about all the
Yes.
different violence that's breaking out
Oh
across
yeah.
the world and the
Yeah.
protests and everything? So, tell me what it is exactly, like your input on what's going on there.
Well, my input, like I personally feel like it's a sad situation, like what's going on, like as far as the Mike Brown situation,
Right.
the Eric Gardner situation, and all the other ones that's taking place that hasn't even made the news yet. So it's real sad. Anytime you got an 18-year-old boy lose his life, and then the other situation with Eric Gardner, him losing his life. So it's just sad anytime you experience a death period because like they all young guys, they not even really middle-aged men yet, and they already gone from this world. So it's a very, very sad situation.
Yes, and I have to agree with
Hmm.
you. It is very sad because it's like they never got a chance to go to their full potential
Exactly. That's what
to
I'm
see
saying.
what it is that life has to offer.
Right.
So it's like their life was basically stolen
Yeah.
from them.
Yeah.
And it's sad. It's
Hmm.
very sad. And then what's even sadder is that the justice
Right.
is not being served.
Yeah. Yeah.
Because it's like they feeling like it's okay for them to keep killing
Right.
and the system will be on their side
Right.
because they are of the law.
Hmm.
And I feel like that's not right.
No, it's not right. I mean, just because you of the law and that don't make you right all the time. I mean, just because you with the law, you can make mistakes. So that don't make you perfect. And I mean, I feel like we got to do a better job with that. Like the people got to learn how to work better with the police, and the police got to learn how to work better with the community. So I mean, it's a like even you got to even out on both sides. Like they got to do better, we got to do better, because nobody should lose their life. And I'm not with that. And it's sad. It saddens me to hear anytime to hear about somebody losing their life. It saddens me.
And it is. I
Hmm.
totally agree with you 100% because it's like, come on. But what's really made it awesome was during the protesters.
Right.
Have you seen the protest that's been going on? And it's like with the protests, you have people of all colors
Yeah, coming
that's
together.
out there coming together
Exactly.
saying that lives matter.
Yeah.
People lives matter no matter what nationality we are.
Right.
Our lives do matter.
Yeah. Each and every one of us, our lives matter. We ain't nobody greater than nobody. We all equal as people. And I feel like that's a good thing, like protesting, because we gotta let our voice be heard. We gotta let these people know we're not for to take no anything, and we ain't for to settle for no any kind of way they treat us. Now I will say this: the only thing I don't like I like protesting by any means. I'm all for that, but like I'm not with like you breaking in stores, vandalizing things, setting cars on fire. That's the only part that I'm not really fond of, because like we can let our voice be heard without vandalizing and destroying things. I mean,
And I totally agree with you on that because, prime example, Martin Luther King Jr., back in those days,
Exactly.
when they used to do their protests and their boycotts, everything was peaceful. Everybody property was still in one piece.
Exactly.
They didn't come back or like try to figure out how now somebody done set their stuff on fire, how they gonna pay for it.
Yeah, yeah,
and it's
right.
even crazier because it's like, come on, y'all just tore up y'all own store in y'all community. Now y'all finna have to go
Right.
travel like about 20 miles to the
Yeah,
next
just to
store
get to the next one, right?
just to get some food to feed your family.
Yeah,
And I'm
so
like, it's
yeah.
crazy.
Well, see, that's the thing. You got to think that way. Like you can't, you doing that, but see, they just thinking at the moment. They not thinking about the long run. And like you say, that's a good example. You destroying that store that's in your community, and now you got to go so far just to find another store. So that's why hate that part. That's the only part I hate about the protesting. But the part I love, like you said earlier, it was people of all colors and groups out there. So I love that. It shows unity. People working together, and that's what we need. I mean, that's what we need.
Yeah, that is. So that goes there to my next question. What do you feel like is the biggest epidemic right now in the black community?
Well, the biggest epidemic, probably in the black community, I feel like is the lack of like opportunity. I mean, it's not like really, in my opinion, like not a lot of opportunities out there, and I feel like it's causing like a lot of people to go towards the streets. Like mainly, and I'm gonna say like black men, because I'm being a black man myself. Like I see it every day, like even where I'm at. So I feel like in order to like make the situation better, like we need like more jobs, more things to get involved in the community. Because if you have more things to get involved in, maybe it can lower some of this crime and all this nonsense that's going on throughout these communities across the world, not just Chicago.
And well, I also feel too that they need more role models.
That's a good
Because
thing,
it's like, especially too, if you come from a home or a household where you didn't have a father, why don't you be that example of what it's like
right?
to still be successful
Yeah.
without having that father figure in your life? And then that way you could set yourself up to be a role model
Right.
for the next young man
Yeah.
that's going through the same or similar situation.
Yeah, you're right. That's exactly right.
So I believe that if a lot of people do that and break those barriers, it could be done.
Right. I think it could be done too. Like like a lot of like people that I know, like I'm not saying all, but like a lot of like families that's in these urban communities, like it's like single or mother household.
Right.
They ain't got that male figure in their house to like show them things. Like me too. I didn't have no father around, but I thank God that I had a strong mother who kept me on the right track and taught me what's wrong from right. So yeah, that's a key thing too. Like just mothers being in the household. It's only so much a mother can do, but she need that other half. She didn't have that child by herself.
Right.
So you know what I mean. Like so that's a big issue in a lot of these communities also.
And that too. And not only does it goes for just the fathers, it goes for the women also, for the mothers.
Yeah, both parties.
Because as myself, I grew up without my mother. And she gets mad at me when I tell people like, well, my mother wasn't there for me.
Okay.
My mother was never a part of my life, never in my life. It's like she be there one minute, then she gone the next, and I don't see or hear from her for about 6 months, sometimes a year. Don't even know if she's dead or alive.
Right.
So she gets mad when I tell people that, but I be like, Mom, it's the truth.
Yeah.
But it don't make me not love you any less.
Right.
Or treat you any differently, because at the end of the day, you still my mother.
Yeah, and you only get one mother, just like you get one father. And you only get one for a reason. I mean, you can have a lot of uncles and aunties, but you will never have a second mother and a second father. So, it's...
And that's true.
Yeah.
Because, I love my mother.
Right. I love my mother, too. That's my
Even
heart.
though she never been there. Even though my mother never there. Annette Denise Walker, if you watching this, lady, I love you. Love her so much, Annette Denise Walker. I love you. Your daughter loves you.
That's good. The love's still there.
Yeah, so it's like, anything else new like that you have been doing in the community?
Well, I've been like recently, like I'm gonna start getting out there more, but I've been like going to the studio a lot, like making like new records. Yeah, making new records, trying to
Look at you.
So I'm definitely trying to write more, to record more, so I can like possibly go to different events where I can find like a lot of young teens and everything like that, and let them hear the word that I try to bring, because I feel like if they hear my word, they it may touch them. I'm not saying it's gonna touch all, but if I can touch some, I can live with that.
It is awesome. Yeah. Look at you still. Yeah, so that is awesome. So you still doing like, we still have to connect.
Oh,
and
yeah,
do something. I mean, you haven't even invited me out here to do one thing with you. What's
well,
going
Miss
on?
Aisha, you be so busy. I mean, we definitely got to link up and get out here and do some more stuff together.
Miss Aisha never too busy to do community work, sweetie.
Well, okay, my bad. We
I
definitely
love the kids.
Okay, that's good. So we definitely got to link up soon so me and you can get out here and let these kids know what we're trying to do. Let them hear our words, our message, and, hopefully we can break through the song.
Okay, and I heard you rapping now.
Yeah, I rap, sing, and do my poetry. Yeah, but they haven't heard too much of my singing, but I'm planning on getting that out there.
I know. I can't wait to hear that.
Yeah.
I know. I'm a fan of your poetry.
Thank you. Thank you.
Always. Day one.
Yeah,
day one.
Fan. Yeah.
Day one fan.
Yeah.
Don't nobody else support you. You know, Aisha
Right,
do.
Aisha got my back, so that feel good. At least I know.
Most importantly, Global City Unity do too.
Oh, yeah. Got a shout out to George Owens for allowing me to even grace this stage again and his team. So that's always a good thing. Shout out to George. I appreciate you.
Yes, George, we love you.
We love you, George.
Mwah, 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 mwah,
Yes.
George. Was it for you, George? We wouldn't be here today.
Yeah. Gotta get respect. Gotta get respect.
Got to give honor and respect and credit where it's due to the man, George.
Yeah, it's true words right there.
Yes. So what have you been writing? I heard you rapping now. Talk to me.
Oh yeah, well I've been writing I've been talking about like different issues that's going on in communities. It's kind of similar to some of the stuff we was talking about now. So I like to write about different issues to kind of put it out there to let people know what's going on. So that's pretty much what I've been doing. Like just writing a lot. Like even where I work at, I've been going like to different like parks and stuff. Sometimes like performing. Letting the kids hear different, things that I write, and they be liking it. So that's pretty much it, honestly. Yeah.
And that's good because it helps you release
Yeah.
your stress, and
Yeah.
instead of like responding to things in a negative way,
Right.
you doing it positive.
Yeah, positive.
By writing and getting that pen and that pad and putting your emotions there,
Mm-hmm.
and then not only that, letting it hear through your voice
Yes.
as you speak,
Yeah.
and let them see the sincerity
Yeah.
of your heart.
Yep. Let them see my heart. Exactly. That's what I try to do. Like when I perform, I want them to see this. That's what's in here. Let them see
Right?
my
Don't look
heart.
at this.
Right. Look. Not just the skin deep, but what's inside. That's what matters. So I want them to see that. And also to touch back on something we said earlier. Not only does all lives matter, but I feel like all voices matter also because
I
we
agree.
each have a voice, and we should let our voice be heard.
Yes,
Yeah.
and it don't matter. I personally feel like it don't matter what age you are. You have a voice. If
Yes.
you're 13 or if you 10 or 6 years old, it's always your opinion matters because they are the youth.
Yes.
They are the next generation.
Yes. Future of tomorrow.
My point exactly. So it's like they got to come up behind us.
Right.
And it's up to us to pave the way for them.
Exactly.
Just like other people paved the way for us
Yeah.
to be where we at today and to be who we are today. We might not be all the way there,
Right.
but we're getting there.
Yes.
And we're getting there one step at a time.
Right. So yeah, we definitely taking strides in the right direction, and let's just try to keep pushing forward. Don't take one step forward and 2 steps back. So let's just continue to try to push forward with everything.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, well, Jason, I enjoyed this conversation with you.
Okay,
Right
I should-
now,
I
we're
should-
going to take a break here at Global City Unity, and when we come back, we will have Jason Adams, everybody here performing live at Global City Unity.
It's sad to say, our city's in disarray. Too many brothers and sisters' lives are being taken away. Misguided youth, Lord, show them the way. Some of us sit back and see things happen as if it's okay. If you see it and still have nothing to say, to me it means you're blind to the true facts like Ray. See, I was told change will come. Well, may I say, when is that day? When our troubled hands can be washed away. Because right now, at this very moment, we are all being tested because our streets are gang ran and drug infested. I wish the youth would wake up, and I'm going to tell you why I stress it. Before most are 18, they already have a record of being arrested. Now, I know at times it can feel as though the weight of the world is on your shoulders Well, I'm just here to help you lift it. With so much negativity going on throughout our communities, it's sort of hard to resist it, but I believe we can fix it. It may not happen overnight, but we will get it right. So let's go back to being that country that others strive to be like before money clouded our sight. See, I'm going to say this last thing and I'm going to call it a night. If I never make $1 million in my life, I'm all right with that. I'll settle for trying to help change the life of a troubled youth. Why? Because you can't put a price on that. Problems, everybody got them. Never let them hold you down, find a way about them. Our system is a fraud, ain't nobody giving jobs. Being a black man in today's society is hard. Trying to move forward, but we keep on falling back. I'm not trying to make you dance, I'm just simply stating facts. The game ain't ready, I'll be coming extra heavy. Never let my problems get me down, because most is petty. I won't let that shit get me upset, that is just the mindset. Life feels way too short, I ain't got time for that. Keep living my life, only got one of them. Whole lot of problems, but I won't succumb to none of them. Every day above ground, trying to turn my tables round. Thank God for the fam, cause they always hold me down. Family first, everybody got them. Never let them hold you down, find a way up out them. Problems, everybody got them. Never let them hold you down, find a way up out them. I done came a long way from who I used to be. Worried to me. When they come along, I know it's just the devil testing me, attacking me recklessly, but I know God backing me. All I hate the devil bring, I keep it in back of me. Keep my eyes on what's in front of my face, trying to do some good deeds to help better this place. I gotta live here too, and I don't wanna live like this. Hear the words, you know a man had to write this. For the dealers, killers, and all of the drug dealers that be bringing forth the word with an unclean tongue. And for all the fathers that abandon the son. See, these the kind of problems going on where I'm from. Many people share my passion, I am not the only one. Revolution of the change has finally begun. If we don't address the issues, then how can we overcome problems? Everybody got them. Never let them hold you down, find a way about them. Problems, everybody got them. Never let them hold you down, find a way about them. I care, even if nobody else seem to. People say they care, but don't do the things they need to. We know the problem, but what we gon' do to solve them? Not a lot, but we damn sure be complaining. But when you finish, the problem's still remaining. Complaining is one thing, helping out is another. We refuse to do that, we step all on each other. Next, and sell crack in them hoods where kids at. Times was tough, but I still never once did that. I regroup and try to find a way through like rainy days, cause it ain't always sunny. Lot of problems in the hood seem to steam around money, cause either it's not enough or the way that you get it. Our system is corrupt, I'll be the first to admit it. We got enough on our plate, so I ain't trying to add with it. I'm an artist with these words, and my picture is vivid. I talk about problems because most of us live it. You know it's something real, cause it just gotta feel though. I'm trying to bridge gaps, we need others to build more. After hearing this, I hope you all rise above, yo. Yeah. Yep. This is a real record, man. Real record right here. Everybody, everybody on this planet Earth, we go through problems. But the thing is, never let them get the best of you. Always fight. Until next time. Peace. Like you, I just got one thing to say. Slate, cause the street lights and crack pipes, a lot of shattered dreams. It seems we place our mind on the wrong things. We lost focus. Well, I'm here to serve notice and bring attention to different issues I mentioned in life. Things, they don't always go right. Stay with your inner circle and make sure that it's tight. Keep your eyes locked, never know who trying to plot. Cause when you gone, somebody else can fill your spot. Nothing forever. Family, like friends, come to an end. I hope the afterlife let me see him again. Bloodbath of emotions, I write with the pen. Some ask why, it's just the way I am. I don't do it for the money, so I'm not like them. He remember what a wise man once told him. If you don't change your lifestyle, you gon' be just like them. Effed up, messed up, selling your soul to make a buck. I just gave you the game, now look how you stuck. What up? Streets that I walk in, talking, can still see the devil walking. I wish God could hear my plea, for the timeline darkens me. The streets that I walk in, talking, can still devil walking. I wish God could hear my plea, for the timeline darkens me. Life's hard enough, but the devil making it harder. I gotta fight his spirit, and it came from my father. When we go through, I believe it is for a reason. When the devil tempted Jesus, he only left for a season. Pain ain't leaving. Harder you try, harder I fight. In the midst of darkness, I can yet see the light. Never surrender or throw in the towel. I'm a born winner. Even though I'm a sinner, I don't listen to men, cause men are mislead ya, lie to your face. Read them all by the smile that they shake. Before God calls, I hope to finish my errands. If I got a later day, remember me as Karen and Sharon. To whoever bearing the load, too hard to hold. Hope my words resonate in your soul. Seeing my people rise is the ultimate goal. Now will it be accepted? Only time knows. That I walk in, talking. Can still see the devil walking. I wish God could hear my plea, for the timeline darkens me. The streets that I walk in, talking. Can still see the devil walking. I wish God could hear my plea, for the timeline darkens me. The streets that I walk in, talking. Can still see the devil walking. I wish God could hear my plea, for the timeline darkens me. The streets that I walk in, talking. Can still see the devil walking. I wish God could hear my plea, for the timeline darkens me. I was told if you know better, you do better. We can see others do dirt and still say nothing, so we know better. Our priorities is all screwed up. We only care about cutthroats, peacoats, getting our hands on more C notes. Issues in plain view can't get no clearer. Before you pass judgment on others, look yourself in the mirror. Word. Slave.
Hi, welcome back to Global City Unity Mix. I am here with our next performer, Hercules. Hercules, please tell the people a little bit about yourself.
Well, I'm 25 years old, born and raised on the west side of Chicago. I'm an aspiring artist, trying to right my wrongs, do something positive through music, so I won't have to resort to my old ways before I found Jesus Christ and a better way of living.
Okay, I know that's right. You found the Lord. Ain't nothing good or better than finding the Lord. So what will you be doing here for us today?
I would just perform a few songs, like some of the songs I do on the train, rapping, doing street performance, a few of them different samples, like different varieties and versatile styles of music. Some of them inspirational, but most of them got a message to it.
Okay, so here it is, everybody. You heard it from none other than Hercules. Take the stage. Sit back and don't go nowhere. Watch this performance. It's hot. Take over, Hercules.
Yes, ma'am. Yo, I'd have been to college and I'd have been to jail. Must be on my way to heaven, cause I've been through hell, struggling to prosper. Will the money team ever put me on the roster? Or will I have to run up in another person's casa? Cause I refuse to stop, never had a role model, so I'm looking up to God. Looking down on me, I know he must be disgusted. Every time you turn around, you can catch me out here lusting. Settling for less, I'm getting high cause I'm stressed. Pessimist vision, I can't see that I'm blessed with the gift to express. I'm just looking for success. Every time I look for love, all I do is fast sets. People in my city be tripping over sets. They ain't got no aim, so they grab K's and texts. Innocent bystanders get hit with them shells, and the ones they call friends, the one who put them in jail. Fighting these attempts, when they come to tribulation, ain't no man exempt. Got the gift of minister, but we want to be pimps. All the leader hiding out, so they nothing but wimps. And the people system ain't nothing but slavery. The only thing to look forward to is biscuit and gravy. Put liquor stores in the hood, kill them before they grow. Turn your back against the cops, they gon' let some shots blow. Wanna know what hell like, just visit the GO.
You see it? I know I do. Nobody wanna lose. Nobody wanna fail. Nobody wanna die. DC3. Nobody wanna care. Just
Yo, once upon a time there was a boy like myself. Misery loved company, so he stays to himself. Many people envied him, he had a lot of wealth. The hate and motivated him like it's good for his health. This little boy had big dreams. He was smart, wanted big things. He was diligent, he was persistent. Then he got those things forever. This day he's ambitious. Gold diggers came to help spend his riches. Had more dollars than the sea had fishes. Yes, he did. Everybody knew his name in every town. He was treated like a king. He didn't have to wear a crown. All his peers went to the circus cause they wanted to be clowns. But they ran to the boy when he chose to come around. He thought misery loved company and that they came to bring him down. But they came to hear his voice cause it took away they frown. He wanted the hoop, he only wanted to play ball. He didn't get a chance because he was so small. But when they looked at the boy, they saw him standing tall. When the boy spoke, he had the softest voice. But when they listened to him, they heard the loudest noise. When the boy looked in the mirror, he was by himself. When they saw the boy, her army was his help. All the girls wanted him, they ain't want the other boys. He thought they only came just to play with his toys. The boy was so real, he thought the world was fake. So we hopped on the ship and then he went to outer space. His body was with them, but his man in another place. He walked on the moon because gravity was for others. When the people saw him, they said, "This child walks on water." The boy didn't realize the power that he had. They never saw him mad through oppression. He just laughed and said, "LMAO," cause they funny on earth. When they see a real man, they wanna put him in a hearse. LMAO, cause they funny on earth. The youth keep clowning till they picture on the shirt. LMAO, cause they funny on earth. Look at your reflection, can you tell me what it's worth? Like I'm an alien, these people funny on earth. Am I the only one who feel like he is priceless? When it comes to taking chances, am I the only one who tries it? I do what the Bible say, am I the only one who likes it? I walk what I talk because my mama brought me Nikes. If I'm in attract, I wonder why the world reject me. I must be their reflection. They don't reject me, they reject that truth that I be telling. They brainwash with laughing because the dreams that people selling. Like I walked out of heaven, man, they funny on earth. These Christians been on strike, I can't put them back to work. They talking the talk, but action screaming over words instead of walking the walk. They take a seat on the curve. Sometimes you say the best for last. Came from the future to change the past. My words are blessings, so call me the present. My actions are the evidence that God is in your present, miss. But you don't know God, so how can you know me? If you ain't SpongeBob, can you live holy? LMAO, cause they funny on earth. Vinny Vici, it's the reason for my birth. Once upon a time there was a boy like me. He was different than the Lord, so they called him a G. The people followed him, so they called him a chief. He died on the cross, so they called him deceased. On the third day he rose, now they call him free. Some call him Jesus, I call him Hercules. LMAO, cause they funny on earth.